guys, this is Ruhi, and today we are going to talk about interest rates. Right now, we are hovering in that 7%. And for any of you who follow me in the Bay Area, which is where I'm from, the Bay Area, we are looking at average prices, anywhere between $2.5 to $3 million. And that's for a single family home, whether you're in South Bay, the Peninsula, which is, Palo Alto, Sunnyvale, San Jose, or the East Bay, which is Dublin, San Ramon, Danville, Alamo, Walnut Creek. You are looking at an average of about $2 million, $2 to $2.5 million. And so interest rates are very different when we're dealing with that kind of money versus under $1 million. I would like to share with you some of the interest rate predictions for 2024 and the rest of this year, which is 2023. And it is very interesting. I have been posting some videos and thoughts of my own, which is, I believe that since 2024 next year is an election year, that we are going to start seeing rates come down. But what does everyone else think? So I received this email from one of my lender partners, and I'd like to thank her. But I'd like to also share it with you and kind of talk about some of these different thoughts from a lot of the different sectors in the mortgage world. So let's have a look. Here is this email, which I love these kinds of emails. So the future of mortgage rates. Fannie Mae expects the 30-year mortgage rate to average 6.6% in 2023, which we are about 7%, and 6.1% in 2024. The mortgage giant does not expect rates to dip below 6% until the fourth quarter of 2024. And that's coming from Fannie Mae. Now, I believe that we are going to start seeing rates dip below 6%, in my opinion, in between the first and second quarter of 2024. I would love to come back and look at this video and see how my predictions are comparing to the predictions of some of these big giants. The second one is the Mortgage Bankers Association, also known as the MBA. Their July mortgage finance forecast has a more optimistic outlook, with a 30-year mortgage rate falling to 5.9 by the end of 2023 and conditions improving in 2024, with the industry group projecting rates to fall below 5% in the fourth quarter of 2024. Now, they seem to be a little too optimistic, in my opinion. I don't think we're going to see that 5.9 till the beginning of 2024. And trust me on this, and mark my words, the minute we see interest rates show signs of getting lower, we are going to see prices go up. If you are looking at moving, getting a larger home, going into the move-up market, or buying an investment property, I believe this is the perfect time to do so. Now we've got a prediction from Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, in its latest economic outlook, puts the 30-year conventional mortgage rate at 6.7% in the third quarter of 2023, which is what we're in, pulling back somewhat to 6.45 in the fourth quarter, and their forecasting group is predicting that rates will fall below 6% in the second quarter of 2024. So I do agree with that. I do believe that it will be in the first or second quarter of 2024 that we will see rates go below 6%. Now, the Mortgage Bankers Association, which is the DC-based trade group, projects that the 30-year fixed mortgage rate will average 5.9. So we've already gone through this. So it's kind of, I guess, a repeat of what they had said earlier. And they also believe, though, that rates will slide to around 4.9% the third quarter of 2024. Not sure about that. I wish, but I really, really think that is wrong. And let me go back for a second. Mortgage Bankers Association, which is the MBA, that's different than the Mortgage Bankers Association, which is a DC-based group. They seem to be very optimistic. Now, Morningstar, the economists at Morningstar project that the 30-year average rate will average about 6.25 in 2023 and about 5% in 2024 and 4% in 2025. I love how that sounds, but I am more of a realist. And should that happen, it's going to be fabulous. But I do believe that we are going to see rates going down in the beginning of 2024, which will be, in my opinion, we're going to be in that, under 6%, maybe 5.5, 5.75. And then I believe that in 2025, we will be in the 5% range. But if Morningstar is right, then I would say, okay, now we've got Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, the investment bank, projects that the 30-year fixed mortgage rate will end in 2023 at 6.4%. I don't think they're on par for that. We're more in that 7%. And I was meeting with a friend, a mortgage broker, who thinks that there are rumors of rates ending in the high 8s by the end of the year. I hope she's wrong. I pray she's wrong. It's going to be disastrous. But if it's true, then we are in some trouble. But according to Goldman Sachs, they expect the 30-year mortgage rate will be about 5.9% in 2024, which I agree with. The National Association of Realtors, which is what I'm a part of, NAR, they believe that the forecast for the 30-year mortgage rate will slide to 6.4% before the end of this year, and then to 6% in 2024. I could swallow that and I could see that, but I do think it's going to be under 6%, just because 2024 is the start of the election year. So that will very much, I shouldn't say start of, it will be an election year. So that will very much weigh in on what happens with interest rates. Now, Morgan Stanley, the agency MBS strategists at Morgan Stanley, project that the 30-year fixed rate will start 2024 at 6%. So, okay, we're seeing a little bit of a pattern. You've got NAR, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, all of them are saying that, and Wells Fargo, all thinking that we're going to be in that 6% range in 2024. I think it's going to be below that, to be honest. Then we've got Moody Analytics, the financial intelligence arm of Moody's, still projects that the 30-year fixed mortgage rate will average 6.5% through most of 2023. Their chief economist, Mark Zandi, expects that to slide to 6% by the end of 2024, and then 5.5 by 2025. I think we're going to go lower than 6% in 2024. I just know how it works in politics. But again, I'm going to go back and look at this and see if I was right. Realtor.com, the economists at the home listing site, believe the 30-year fixed rate will start in the 6.1 range in 2024. Okay, that could be possible. The bottom line is this. The overall consensus is that rates will come down in 2024. Some predict as early as the first quarter of 2024, and rates dropping to as low as 4.9%. Housing market will undoubtedly take off as inventory will finally increase. The reality is that we are seeing more inventory. We are seeing inventory at higher price points sit for a lot longer, averaging about 40 days. Inventory that is 2 million or below is moving fairly quickly. We are still seeing about a 17-day average market, which is good. Inventory isn't fabulous, but it's a lot better than it has been. And this is just a mortgage recap. In my opinion, again, I do believe that we are going to see interest rates drop in the first quarter of 2024 and continue to drop through 2024 to end around the 6% or maybe even 5.75% mark. And I'm basing that on the fact that we are getting into an election year. I hope this helps. Please like and subscribe. I would love to hear your feedback below. And until next time, talk to you soon. Take care. Bye for now.